Hello everybody, this is Josiah Hodgett at Shell Lake Schools. Today we're going to be looking at Google Chrome extensions. First thing you're going to want to do is make sure you pull up Google Chrome, the web browser. Next thing, you're going to make sure that you are signed into Chrome. If you've never done that before, go ahead and sign in by either going up to Chrome, up here in the upper left menu, and this should say sign in right here. You can see that I am signed into Chrome. Or up here in the upper right, there's a little button you can click. Currently it says Josiah, I am signed in. That'll either say something like person one or have a little figurine of a person. Go ahead and click that. You should be able to sign in there. You can click switch person if someone else is already signed in, and either remove that person and then add yourself, or just hit the add person button. So I'm signed into Chrome. The reason you want to be signed into Chrome is because your Chrome extensions will show up in your upper right hand bar here, right next to your address bar. And then also your bookmarks will pull in. So having that universal experience wherever you go, you can sign into Chrome, have your extensions, have your bookmarks. I always like to have my bookmark bar shown. If you don't like having that bar shown, you're going to miss out on this sweet little apps button. If it is not currently locked into place here, you can go up to view and then make sure this is checked. Always show bookmarks bar. Just a personal preference, but again, it makes it easier to function inside of Chrome. The bookmark we're going to be looking for is our apps bookmark. This is the Chrome apps, so any app that have gone through the web store and added to Chrome will show up here. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. That's also a very convenient way to get to the Chrome web store, which is where you can get apps, extensions, games, and themes. We'll go ahead and click on that web store. You can also get to the web store by doing a simple Google search, Chrome web store, and it should be the first result. Or go to chrome.google.com/webstore. Either way, lots of ways to get to the web store. The one I'm going to be looking for today, someone recommended that I start using Screencastify. It's a Chrome extension, so I'm going to go to the Chrome web store and then search for Screencastify. There are a few filters I can apply. Let's say I want to only see extensions, which is what we're looking at today. I can hit this radio button by extensions, and then it filters it out to only show extensions. Some of these get kind of weird, have nothing to do with actual Screencastify, but the one I'm looking for happens to be right at the top. I'm going to just click on that once. It's going to take me to a preview of it, take me to a little bit more information. Some things to look for here. You want to make sure that people are using this extension, and you also want to make sure that people are reviewing this and giving it a high review. So you can see here it has a 3.87 stars review, a 4-star review. So a lot of people like this, and a lot of people actually reviewed it, 2,336. Especially when you compare it to some of the other numbers here. We have 200 people reviewing this one, 30, 13, 7. So look for those ones with higher reviews. Typically you'll be adding an extension because you found out about it by someone else who really likes it. So that helps too. The other number here is the number of users who have added this to Chrome and are using it. So we're right around 1 million. So that's a really good sign that this is a reliable, useful Chrome extension. There's a few other things you can look through here. The overview is just going to give you a basic overview with some screenshots of this extension. And then there's reviews, which are just a sample of some of those reviews. Support, good thing to note here is there is a link to a support site, so that's helpful. And then related is just going to show you extensions that are similar or extensions also made from the same extension developer. Actually, adding the extension to Chrome is quite simple. You just hit the blue Add to Chrome button. Once I do that, it's going to do some checking. Then it's going to tell me what this extension is able to do with Chrome. I'm going to go ahead and hit Add Extension. And then it's going to pop it up here in the upper right-hand corner, right by the rest of my extensions. Before we leave the web store here, just a few things to note. Now that I've added this extension, it shows Added to Chrome, and it's changed it from a blue to a green color. So it's really easy to see when you go through the Chrome web store which things you have already added. The last button here is a share button. So let's say I'm really liking this. I can come back to here and share it out to my friends. I can hit the Google Plus button, which will let me make a post about it on Google Plus, or hit the Gmail button, which will send a link to my friends. I can choose who to send it to, and then they'll take them to this view that we're looking at here. So I'm going to go ahead and close out of that and just show you how extensions work. With extensions, the principle that they operate on is that they will apply their features to whatever web tab here that you are currently looking at. So whatever website you have in your current tab, that's what it's going to be applying the extension to as a general rule. Some of them just function on top of the Chrome browser itself. So for instance, I have a one-click timer. I can get that going for 10 to 11 minutes here. And that's just going to run. It doesn't matter what tab I'm open on. It's still just going to be running on top of Chrome. Weather runs on top of Chrome. If I click to a different tab, it's going to hide that extension. And so that extension just goes back to its hiding place there. Click on it again. So now I'm looking at the weather. The next one I have is the Nimbus Screencast. It's what I'm using right now to capture my video. This is a Google URL shortener. So just a bunch of different extensions that I use or am interested in using. If you ever want to clean up these buttons, you're not using them, you can either hide the button just so it's no longer in view, or you can remove that extension from Chrome altogether. So let's say I'm not using this one at all. This one's Move It, and I actually never move. So I'm going to go ahead and remove it from Chrome. I could also choose to hide it, but I'm just going to remove it from Chrome. Are you sure? Yes. Let's say I hit a button and I wanted it to come back. I want to be able to use it. I can go over here to the 3 bars of fun to get to your Chrome settings. And so click those and then go down to settings. That'll take us to where we can get to all the extensions. So right here on the left, you click extensions. And so this shows you all of the extensions that I currently am using, or at least have used in the past. Now, the ones that are not visible have a little show button. If I click on that, it'll pop that extension right back up over here. Again, I can hide it, show it, boom. So let's say there's one that you use so seldom, but you want to keep it on Chrome. You don't want to have to add it again every time you use it. You can keep it hidden until you're ready, and then come back into here and run it. So if you have any questions on using extensions or adding extensions, just let me know. Josiah Hodge at Shell Lake Schools. Thanks.